Now, South Africa police have carried out the eviction of more than 100 asylum seekers camping outside the UNHCR offices. The country's capital, Pretoria, for more than 3 years. The refugees who have been living in makeshift tents are asking to be relocated to other countries after a spate of xenophobic violence in 2019. A High Court order was granted to authorities to remove them and take them to the Lindela Repatriation Centre, a detention centre for undocumented migrants in the country.
You requested to vacate. If you do not vacate, the police will come and ask you to vacate. If not, you will be arrested and you will be detained. Please vacate.
So you guys, a refugee in this country, you are just saying, fuck off, we have forget you. Me, it's better for me to die here. It's better for me to die here because Lindela, I'm not going in Lindela. I'm not going. It's better for me to kill me. I'm not going. Immigration take us here. It take us here, immigration. But today again, the same immigration tell us to go to Lindela. It's unfair. And you are asking me go back home. The one you've got to war.
To discuss this, we are joined by Advocate Bongani Majola, Chairperson of the South Africa Human Rights Commission. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you for having me. Good evening.
All right, good evening. Let's get straight to it. South Africa has just evicted asylum seekers from the United Nations office. Can you help us understand how long they've been there and why nothing has been done all this while?
Well, they've been there for quite a considerable period of time, and it's not true that nothing has been done. I mean, when they started camping outside the UNHCR, we tried to assist them because we know that foreign nationals and refugees and asylum seekers are having a difficult time in this country. One of the reasons being that even those that truly qualify for asylum, the Department of Home Affairs is so overburdened that it does not have the capacity to consider their applications. And as a result, they end up without documentation in the country, and they are then vulnerable to, vigilante groups within the country. We've tried to protect the rights of these people. Initially, even their children were not admitted in schools. Now they are. They were not allowed to get medical assistance. Now they are. And there are many other things. I think the laws relating to migration allow people to seek refuge in other countries. The problem here is that these asylum seekers and refugees demand where they want to be. They are demanding that the South African government should find places for them in other countries and then relocate them there. There is nothing in international law, or even in the law of the country, that obliges the government to do that. And so we cannot, even through the courts, force the South African government to do that. Even the UN is, I don't think that there is an obligation on the UN to relocate people. Lindela is a safe place. We visit it from time to time. There is place for shelter. They have food there. They have got recreation and so on. It is not a bad place, and it is protected because no one can just walk into Lindela. So there is greater security in Lindela.
All right. Now, I want to take you on the last part, the Lindela part, which reference to the court documents are saying that the refugees would be evicted and taken to that particular center, which of course is a temporary holding center for undocumented migrants. Why do you think that there is so much, opposition to that move by the migrants, or some of them? And are there other alternatives aside that too?
Well, South Africa is unlike many other countries. You know, if you go to places like Kenya, Zimbabwe, Tanzania, you'll find that they've got refugee camps. In South Africa, we don't have refugee camps. We say people can relocate and stay where they want to stay. So Lindela is a better location for them because it is protected, it provides food and medication and everything. The reason they are saying they do not want to go to Lindela is because their primary demand is that South Africa should go to the US and Canada and say, take these people and then transport them to the US and Canada. And that is not possible. You know, no country ever does that. It goes to other countries and does it, beside the fact that, of course, it's going to be very, very difficult because those countries will never agree to it.
And now, I want to ask you two questions rolled into one. The first being, what is expected to be done for these people, especially those whose country are currently facing some form of insurgency? That's one. And then also, number two, what is the UNHCR also doing about this situation?
Well, I know that we have prevailed on the Department of Home Affairs to say that you cannot send people to countries where there is conflict and their lives are at risk. So I think that principle is firmly established in South Africa. And they are not going to be sent to countries where there is war and persecution and so on. However, the South African Human Rights Commission is not the UNHCR. We do not know what the UNHCR is going to do about it. What I think will happen to those that get taken to Lindela is that perhaps the Department of Home Affairs will speed up the consideration of their asylum applications, and those that qualify for asylum should be then allowed to live within the country. In fact, 3 years ago when this started, we actually worked very closely with the Department of Home Affairs, saying that these people must be relocated amongst the population of South Africa. But it was the refugees themselves, most of whom said they did not want to do that. My sense is that if there is cooperation between the government and the refugees and the assistance of the Commission, that those that qualify for asylum would be resettled among the population in this country.
All right. Thank you so much for your time at Bongani.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.